Hello, welcome back. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Let me quickly start. Isotopic peaks in the mass spectra. Isotopes. Can anybody give me the definition of what are isotopes or examples of isotopes? Hello. Isotopes definition. Okay, which are the two isotopes of hydrogen?
Deuterium and tritium.
Deuterium and
Tritium.
okay, tritium. Okay, good. Then what are isotopes? The elements with the same atomic number but different mass number. In other words, you can say they have same number of electrons or protons but different numbers of neutron. So hydrogen, deuterium, tritium are the isotopes of hydrogen. Okay. Here, when we look at the elements, okay, most of them are occur naturally as a mixture of isotopes. Okay. For hydrogen, okay, the presence of the significant amount of heavier isotopes, okay, in certain elements, okay, that leads to the small peak of masses, okay, and which are usually higher than the parent ion peak. When we have those molecular ion peaks, okay, and isotopes associated with that, we observe commonly the peaks at m+1 and m+2. आवाज क्लिअर येते तुम्हाला ऐकायला?
हो सर. येस सर.
कोणाचा तरी माईक सुरू आहे त्याच्यामुळे डिस्टर्ब मला इथे आवाज येतोय इको. 1679 कोण आहे? Okay, now it is okay. What we have for organic compound or inorganic compounds, the elements like hydrogen, carbon, halogens, we have fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, all these are having isotopes. Okay? And when we have those isotopes in a significant amount, okay, then that gives us smaller peak, okay, which is corresponding to the value m+1 or m+2. M+ are the parent ion or molecular ion peak in the spectra. Okay, so next to that molecular ion peak, we can observe small peaks at the value m+1 or m+2. Okay, what it indicates, if we have a peak at m+1, that indicate a peak with 1 mass unit extra. If we have m+2, a peak at mass unit 2. When we talk about the relative abundance of these isotopes, okay, we said hydrogen has 3 isotopes: hydrogen, deuterium, tritium. Okay, but naturally, hydrogen is almost 100%. Okay, so deuterium and tritium are rarely observed naturally. Okay, I'm talking about. Okay, we can always synthesize those isotopes, okay, artificially. Okay, but here naturally abundance of these isotopes are like that. Okay, hydrogen is H1, okay, almost 100%. Okay, near about 99% and more than that. Carbon has 2 isotopes, C12 and C13. So if I just say C12 is 100, then C13, the relative abundance of C13 is 1.1. Okay, so if I have 100 atoms of C12, then there will be one atom of C13. So molecular weight will be increased by one. Okay, like that. So you need to understand what these relative abundance mean. Nitrogen also have two isotopes, N14, N15. Okay, oxygen has two isotopes, O16 and O18, but the relative abundance is very less. Okay, O16 is almost 100%, whereas O18 is 0.2%, okay, or 0.2 of that. Okay, important thing here to note down is as we go down, say sulfur, okay, it has three isotopes. Out of the three, two are important, sulfur 32 and sulfur 34. 32 is 100%, 34 is 4.4%. Now chlorine, here you can see chlorine 35 and chlorine 37, they are almost one third of each other. So chlorine 35 is 100%, chlorine 37 is 32.5%. So one third of that. So this is significant. Bromine 79 and 81 are almost equal, 50-50%. So if one is 100%, another is 98%. So these are the isotopes and their relative abundance in nature. Okay, how it affects the mass spectrum of a molecule. Here we have benzene. Molecular weight of benzene C6H6. So 12 into 6 plus 6, 72 plus 6, 78. Here we can see a molecular ion peak for benzene at 78. This is also the stable fragment. So the base peak for benzene is also at 78. Okay, as we say, in some cases we observe as molecular ion peak will equal to the base peak. But here in this spectrum, we can see a small peak at m+1 value. We can say a small peak at 79, m+1, 78 plus 1, so 79. And that is because the isotopes of carbon and hydrogen, if we consider, okay, the intensity is very less. It means, okay, you can see the height of this peak is very small compared to the height of this peak at 78. So intensity is very less. So relative abundance is also very less, as we have studied in case of carbon. So carbon 13 is only 1.1% as compared to carbon 12. So if I consider the peak height of this is 10, okay, here they have given 100, okay, but say 10, then this will be only 10, okay, 100, and then this will be only 10. 10% of that, okay? 1% of that is a final like that. Okay, so this is the m+1 peak observed in the benzene because of the relative isotopic abundance of carbon and hydrogen. For chlorine now, we said chlorine has two isotopes, chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. Okay. The relative abundance matters. Okay. First thing important is chlorine is 35 and chlorine is 37. So the difference is +2. So we observe a peak at m+2 value. Okay. Here, next to your molecular ion peak, there is a small peak at m+2 value. That is because of the chlorine 37 isotope. Okay. Now, talking about the relative abundance. Okay. The relative abundance of chlorine 35 and chlorine 37 is 3:1. If I say chlorine 35 is 3 times, then chlorine 37 is 1 time. Okay, 3:1 in that way. Or you can say m plus and m+2 are in the ratio of 3:1, okay, in the mass spectrum. That is directly corresponding to the relative abundance of the isotopes of chlorine. आता याचा अर्थ काय होतो की M प्लस हा मॉलिक्युलर आयन पीक आहे. इथे आपण एक्झाम्पल घेतलं क्लोरोबेन्झिनचं. तर क्लोरोबेन्झिनसाठी मॉलिक्युलर आयन पीक तुम्हाला इथे दिसतो 112 ला. ओके, मग 114 ला एक पीक दिसतो, तो असेल 112 प्लस 2 114. हा 114चा जो पीक असेल हा कशामुळे आहे, तर क्लोरीनचा जो आयसोटोप आहे 37. जर मी इथे 35 घेऊन कॅल्क्युलेट केलं तर मला मिळेल 112 मॉलिक्युलर वेट. जर मी इथे क्लोरीनची व्हॅल्यू 37 घेऊन जर मॉलिक्युलर वेट कॅल्क्युलेट केलं तर त्याची व्हॅल्यू असेल 114. ओके, 77 प्लस 37 यू विल गेट 114. तुम्ही कॅल्क्युलेशन करू शकता, काही अवघड नाही. ओके, तर 114 व्हॅल्यूचा जो पीक आहे आणि 112 व्हॅल्यूचा जो पीक आहे यांचा रेशो असतो 3:1 किंवा 1:3 असं तुम्ही म्हणू शकता. तर हे का, कारण क्लोरीन 35 आणि क्लोरीन 37 यांचं अबंडन्स कसं आहे, इन दिस रेशो क्लोरीन 37 इज 1 whereas क्लोरीन 35 इज 3 times to that. म्हणून आपल्याला ज्यावेळेस मास स्पेक्ट्रामध्ये असे दोन पीक दिसतात त्याच्यामध्ये M प्लस आणि M+2 यांचा रेशो हा 3:1 आहे. पुन्हा एकदा सांगतो, मास स्पेक्ट्रामध्ये ज्यावेळेस दोन पीक दिसतात ज्यामध्ये M प्लस आणि M+2 यांचा रेशो हा 3:1 असेल त्यावेळेस आपण कॉन्फिडेंटली म्हणू शकतो की या मॉलिक्युल मध्ये क्लोरीन प्रेझेंट आहे. समजतंय? हॅलो, पुन्हा एकदा रिपीट करतो स्टेटमेंट. व्हेन देर इज a ratio of 3:1 of M plus and M+2 peaks in the mass spectra, we can conclusively say that the molecule contain chlorine atom. Okay? So this particular pattern of M plus and M+2 with the relative intensity ratio of 3:1 is observed due to presence of chlorine and its isotope, we can say chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. Okay, I think now you understand it. Okay, another example, we have benzyl chloride. Okay, here molecular weight of benzyl chloride is 126. In this mass spectrum we observe a peak at 128. The ratio of these two peaks, M plus and M+2, are, if we calculate the relative abundance, it will turn out to be 3:1. Okay, that is simply because of the chlorine isotopic abundance 3:1. Here in this particular example the base peak is at 91. Remember, this is parent peak or parent ion peak and this is base peak. They two are different. Okay, now why this is different? So we can say the fragment related to value 91 is more stable. Okay, and that gives the base peak here in the spectrum, whereas this is the molecular ion peak represent the molecular weight of the benzyl chloride. And we also observe the isotopic peak at the value of M+2, that is 128, because of the chlorine 37 as an isotope. Okay, now for the bromine. Bromine has two isotopes, bromine 79 and bromine 81. The difference is 2 mass units and their relative abundance in nature are 50-50. So if we observe two peaks, okay, molecular ion peak and M+2 peak, okay, of same height, nearly same height in the mass spectrum, we can say there is bromine in the molecule. So in the mass spectra of 2-bromopropane, you can see a mass or M plus peak is observed at 122, and then will be another peak at 124. Okay, this is because of the bromine 79 and bromine 81. The peak intensities here are almost same. Okay, in case of chlorine, the intensities will be 3:1. In case of bromine, the peak intensities are almost equal because the relative abundance is 51% and 49%, or we can say 50-50%. So if we observe such pattern where M plus and M plus 2 are of equal height, we can say the molecule contain bromine in the structure. Okay, are you getting this? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last example we'll study with this isotopic regard, or when we talk about the halogens particularly. This is an interesting spectrum, and it can easily be understood. If a compound contain iodine, okay, iodine with a huge molecular weight 127, okay, it readily undergo fragmentation, and the fragment form, okay, gives a large gap between your molecular ion peak, okay, and the another peak or the fragment peak. Here we also observe a peak for 127 in the mass spectra that corresponds to the peak for the I plus or iodine fragment. Okay, so remember, when a mass spectra shows such large gap in the peaks, okay, with respect to the molecular ion peak and a peak at 127, that indicates the presence of iodine in the molecular structure. Okay. So how much time is left for our discussion?